Hey everybody, welcome back to Shock and Schlock. I'm your host, Herschel Gillis, and today I'm going to be reviewing a Shinya Tsukamoto film, which it has been a while since I've done that. My cat wants to be in the review. Um, and of course, Shinya Tsukamoto is known for films such as Tetsuo the Iron Man, Tokyo Fist, Bullet Ballet, stuff like that, as well as Hiruko the Goblin, a 1991 film. It was based off a manga. Um, it has a fairly simple premise. Goblin is sent to Earth to behead students and turn their bodies into demons. Um, Primarily follows these two central characters of Haida and Masao, or Masao. Sorry, I don't know why I pronounced it like that. One of them is an archaeologist who also sort of is looking to like hunt and find demons or goblins as they call them in this. And Maso is like a teenager school kid who kind of just stumbles into all of this and goes to this building with friends of his, and they all, it's a horror film, so they all get kind of um, so they sort of join forces to try to put an end to this demonic, like, world-ending event that could possibly happen. I don't want to spoil too much because this really does go um, quite a few places, and this is definitely a film that you're going to want to check out. Um, so first off, Hiruko the Goblin. This film, the tone is like a mix of a Lovecraftian, like demonic body horror esque whatever horror movie mixed with like Indiana Jones. Um, it is missing Shinya Tsukamoto's typical like um, surrealistic style. Well, I mean it's surreal, but the plot line and everything are much more straightforward than his typical films. That's what I'm attempting to say there. Some of his more experimental cinematography from stuff like Tetsuo and Tokyo Fist is here. Um, like very, he likes to do shots of like someone standing still and then just them flying back while not moving very much. Um, it's a weird. It's hard to describe. You know what it is if you watch this, but um, it was in his short film Haze a lot as well, about a man who was stuck in like this crawl space, and he would frequently just like it looks like he's falling, and it has like a very claustrophobic, frantic vibe to it. Um, that is in this, but his typical like what's the word? I'm just drawing a blank. Stop motion, like that sort of stop motion style of like Tetsuo the Iron Man, where it's just like the characters move without actually moving. It's a shots like played after another, like stop motion. Um, that is missing in this, which was surprising considering it's in a huge handful of his films. Um, but the more experimental style wouldn't really fit here, I don't think. And this film actually ended up being one of my favorite Shinya Tsukamoto movies. Um, there's a lot of demons in this film, which are like really cool to look at, and they're a mix of like CGI and practical effects for the most part. And the special effects on the demons, on the small amount of gore and everything in this are all really good. Um, there's some legitimately creepy moments in this as well, because of that. And these like spider demons are, it's really neat. And there's like, Haida, the archaeologist, has this sort of like homemade demon hunting thing, and it really reminded me of something like Ghostbusters. And he's like throwing together like assorted like household materials to fight these demons, and he's really goofy. And him and Maso have like a really fun dynamic with each other, with Maso being sort of Haida's sidekick. Really does have that Indiana Jones feeling to it, especially Temple of Doom. This film took a lot of things from Temple of Doom, in my opinion. I know it's based off a manga. I have not read the manga, but um, if it's exactly as the manga is, then the manga did that. But it has some sets that are very reminiscent of that film, with like these underground caves filled with demons and traps and all this stuff to get through for the two of them. It's much more lighthearted than most of Tsukamoto's other films. This is definitely a movie that you can put on with a group of friends, have a pizza. One of those movies that you'd watch when you're a kid, like Indiana Jones or something, at a sleepover, except it's, um, you know, done by Shinya Tsukamoto, so it has a lot of his styling to it. But this is one that I would say is a good entry point for Shinya Tsukamoto as well, because it does have that like unique cinematography that he's known for, as well as being much more accessible than his other films by having a much more straightforward story. It's not super gory or anything. It's a film that, is definitely, if I was going to say Shinya Tsukamoto had a crowd pleaser movie, it would certainly be this. Um, and even for, fans of Tsukamoto's other work and everything like that, you're really going to enjoy this film. I'm sorry, I keep looking away. My cat is messing around with stuff. Um, yeah, this is a fun one. The mystery is there as well. The story is really intriguing. The characters are really good. I really like the acting in this. The way the two leads kind of bounce off of each other is oftentimes humorous, and it reminded me of those 80s adventure movies, which I have always been a huge fan of, and I feel like, this feels like a lost classic in a way. And yeah, the Mondo Macabro Blu-ray looks fantastic. The transfer is wonderful. Looks like a brand new film. Creepy, great special effects, great acting. The music's fun. The story is well paced. Just around 90 minutes. It's there's not really any fat or anything on this. It's just a good time. The entire film. I highly, highly, highly recommend this. If you're new to Shinya Tsukamoto, check this one out first. While this isn't my number one favorite by Tsukamoto, it is certainly up there. I have seen most of his work at this point, and this is one of the best that I've seen. Mix of cyberpunk, body horror, H.P. Lovecraft stuff, Indiana Jones, 80s synth, demons, and this a whole lot. He throws a lot of stuff at the wall, and honestly, it all sticks. So, this is one of the most fun movies I've seen in a very long time. I highly recommend you picking this up. And yeah, that's my thoughts on Hiruko the Goblin. Sorry I didn't post a review yesterday. Some things came up. I'm trying to do a review every day, but things are difficult. Going to be posting a new review for the new Moving Fast Pictures film, Anti-Wonderful, in a couple of days. I got a screener copy of that, so I'm excited to review that. But yeah, make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Keep your notifications on. Follow me on Instagram. Buy something from Banana Box. Follow the usual people. You know who I advocate for. Check out the Open Casket podcast with me and Spooky Celluloid. We have a new theme song that'll be coming out too. We have a hentai episode coming out this week. Super excited for that, and then we're going to be taking a month hiatus, which we will talk about in the podcast as well. So, yeah. See you guys tomorrow. As always, I'm your host, Herschel Gill, signing off. Zero thoughts, zero editing, zero brain cells, and zero planning. Thanks, guys.